Hello and welcome. Today we are doing a pick a card reading to uncover what your future financial glow up is going to look like. This is a timeless reading, so anytime you find this video is exactly when you need to hear this. Now, as we dive into these readings together, please remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And if you are new here, then welcome. I am so glad you have found this reading and this channel. My name is Taylor Eaton, and I am a wealth oracle and the author of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, which we'll be bringing into all of our readings today in this video. And I can also now officially say this, I am also the author of The Way of the Wealthy Woman, which is the ultimate money manifestation tool and now available for pre-order at major retailers. So I am so excited to be able to finally say that, and I will leave a link below for you if you want to get your own copy of The Way of the Wealthy Woman. We will be using this to channel some guidance for you throughout each reading today too. And if you do pre-order your own copy, then be sure to follow the other link that I'll leave below for you to claim your spot in the upcoming live sacred wealth activation that I'm going to be doing. I'm giving free access to that to anyone who pre-orders The Way of the Wealthy Woman. That live sacred wealth activation is going to be so powerful, and it's typically priced at $55. So it is an amazing deal to get that for free as a bonus for the journal, which is like half the price of the sacred wealth activation on its own. So just saying. Now, let's run through the decks and their crystals here so that if you haven't already, you can pick your reading. So today we have deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, and deck 4. If you like to pick by crystal, I'll give you a quick close-up. For deck number 1, we have our fire quartz crystal here. For deck number 2, we have pyrite. For deck number 3, we have green aventurine. And for deck number 4, we have tiger's eye. I think this one's actually red tiger's eye. We will be incorporating multiple decks into each of the readings, and I will list all of the decks used in this reading in the description below. You can absolutely watch more than one of these readings if more than one deck or crystal is calling to you. It just means that there is guidance for you in each of those readings. So pause the video if you'd like to. Take however long you need to tune into your inner guidance, your intuition, your guides, and see which deck or decks are just intuitively calling to you. And then click the timestamps below in the description to jump to your reading, and I'll see you there. Hello, deck number 1. We are going to dive into your reading to see what your future financial glow up is going to look like and get any guidance we can for you around it. So we're going to dive right in. We're going to move your beautiful fire quartz out of the way, and we're going to start shuffling. I just want to get an indicator card here for you. See kind of where you are right now. Conviction. Ooh, all right. The universe is saying, wow, I'm getting called to pull, 3 cards here and kind of do a different layout than I normally do. But this is very exciting. Okay. We have our conviction, we have trust, we have momentum. We also have pyrite here, which is always a stone I like to see for abundance. So here's what I'm seeing for you, deck 1. When we're talking about a future financial glow up, what I'm seeing here is that you've been doing a really good job recently. My guides are telling me you've been doing a really, really good job of getting clearer on what you want, especially maybe it's in your career, maybe it's financial goals, maybe it's lifestyle goals for yourself, maybe it's what you want to pursue as your passion or your purpose in life, but you've been getting a lot clearer and a lot more dedicated to it, right? You've had a lot more conviction. You've been cultivating it. I can sense this growing conviction within you, this growing energy. It's almost like a reclamation of your power is what I'm reading here, is that you've been, whether it's in those words or intentionally or otherwise, you've been very recently gaining a lot of traction with your own inner kind of steel, right? Like you're becoming so much stronger and so much more focused and so much more just motivated to make your goals into reality, to actually go after something or go after a new level of success, to stop playing small in some way. Like I see that you've been getting out of your own way. And so the future financial glow up that's coming for you is a result of this. It's like it's all stemming from this newfound conviction within yourself and the direction you're heading in life and career and finances, whatever arena that's falling in. But that conviction, that doubling down on yourself, on what you want, that saying to yourself, I want this and I believe that I can get to have it in this lifetime. And maybe even for some of you taking a step further in the fact you've been saying, not only do I want this and I believe I can have this in this lifetime, I am going to make it happen, right? That's what I'm seeing for some of you. But the fact that you've been going after something more, getting clearer, just cultivating that inner conviction, that's like the seed of this future financial glow up. It's like setting everything else into motion that's coming. I'm seeing that with your future financial glow up. And when we say glow up, I mean up level, quantum leap into your next level of success or abundance, right? Like some big upgrade around your finances that's coming for you. I'm seeing that it's going to require you to trust on a whole new level. And often when I see the word trust come up in relation to money, and I just saw 333 on my phone, we just made a sale for that. So some nice angel numbers and a confirmation for you here of this message. But deck one, this glow up, and I'm getting that you're already starting to see some of this. It's like you're being asked to trust in a way you've never had to trust before, on a level you've never had to trust before. So this could be, I typically see in relationship to money, trust often comes down to trust in yourself and or trust in the universe, right? Or something greater than you. Trust in the big picture, trust that things are falling into place, right? And trust in your own inner guidance, your own desires, trust in your ability to make them happen, trust in your inner guidance, your intuition, your higher self. You're being asked to trust more. I see that this is already starting for you and it's going to keep building. And this whole journey is almost, I keep seeing even the spiral here, right? With the ammonite, it's this like spiral of deepening into deeper levels of trust in yourself than ever before. And I mean that the deeper and deeper you spiral into trusting your intuition and trusting that you can make this thing happen, trusting that the universe is lining things up for you, then that's where it's generating all this momentum. That's going to lead to, of course, if we have Pyrite here, to this amazing manifestation of more abundance, more wealth, this huge financial glow up in your life. So this is kind of our foundation of the reading so far. Really, really exciting. This trust piece, though, let's talk about it for just a second because I'm getting a lot of guidance coming through here for you. So with the trust piece, as I said, it's going to kind of require you or help you or invite you to start trusting on deeper and deeper levels, this up level, this going after this thing that you want, that you have this conviction around now. There will be times where that trust, I don't want to say is tested. It's not that the universe is testing it. It's times where that trust feels harder for you to anchor into because you are expanding to trust on deeper and deeper levels than you ever have before. Trusting that the thing you want to do, even if it doesn't make logical sense to other people, is the right thing to do, right? Like trusting that is so challenging because we live in a society, in a world that has told us and conditioned us to, at every opportunity, look outside ourselves for answers. And while, yes, looking outside ourselves for answers in certain areas and in a lot of ways is very beneficial for us, when it comes to forging your own path to your own unique desires based on your own unique skills and your own unique life experiences and situations, there's no answer that's better equipped to help you find and blaze that trail than the answers within yourself, than your intuition, your gut, your human design authority, if you know your human design, your guidance from source, right? Whatever you want to call it, you have to trust that inner guidance. And it's an exercise. It's a muscle you build. It's something that you were born doing when you were a child. You just kind of intuitively floated from thing to thing and did thing to thing. But it's when we're raised by people, right, we're often told to stop listening to that inner voice. And sometimes that's to keep us safe, but then we start to go into school and we're told to keep looking outside of ourselves for all these answers and all these things. And again, there's nothing wrong with learning things and looking outside ourselves for knowledge and information. But when it comes to making decisions that are unique to you and unique to what you want for yourself, you can use knowledge around you to inform it. But at the end of the day, there has to be some level of trust in yourself. And the deeper you can trust in yourself and your inner guidance, the more deeply you expand into the energy of safety and security, which is a huge frequency that plays with the energy of money, that money holds as an energetic concept. And so trust is so, so, so important. Trust in yourself, especially in your inner guidance. So this is kind of what's going to be required of you to bring forth this financial glow up, but it's like, it's going to feel good. Like it feels good to trust yourself. It feels scary at times, but it feels good. And this is something that, we're going to pull from my Wealthy Woman deck here. This is something that's one of the core messages in here. We'll see if one of the cards around it comes up or something else wants to come through around this. And then I also want to get guidance for you around, what this financial glow up actually looks like for you. Divine surrender. Yeah, definitely about trust. Get to that in a moment. And then we have Breath of Abundance. Yes, this makes so much sense. Okay. Yes, we're going to get some more clear after these cards. We'll pull some more, but I want to talk about these cards and the trust that's coming up. And we'll also refer to our Way of the Wealthy Woman book because there is a whole section on trust in there, and we're going to channel some guidance for you from there. So when it comes to these cards, the fact that Divine Surrender came right out when I said, I wonder if we'll get any cards about trust. Yes, because surrendering, we often think that surrendering means we have to just not do anything. We stop taking action, and that's not always the case. Surrender, especially when it comes to manifesting more wealth, a big financial upgrade, or quantum shift, surrender speaks more to, can you surrender to the things that you are passionate about with that conviction and to your inner guidance? The fact that, it's like it's here with these cards. Can you surrender to those things, right? We're always, in this case, you could even just call it divine trust, right? Like, are you putting your trust in your desires, in your dreams, in your own inner guidance, or are you putting your trust in your doubts, in your imposter syndrome, in your ego, in your fear, in your belief that maybe this won't happen for you, right? We're always putting our trust somewhere. We're always putting our trust somewhere. It's just, what are you trusting in? Your dreams or your fears? Your inner guidance or what everyone else is saying around you or whatever the world says the rational thing to do is, right? Or the responsible thing or the correct thing. So how much can you start surrendering right now, deck one, to your desires, to your dreams, and to your inner guidance? What would that look like? To start surrendering to those things instead of surrendering to something else or fighting against those things, right? As soon as you start to surrender more to your, and even if you feel like you've been doing this, I'm like, go deeper. This whole message is like, go deeper than you ever have before with trusting in your dreams, in your desires. Trust that those dreams and desires were not put on your heart by accident or by coincidence or for no reason. They're there for a reason. And if you can have the desire for it, you have the potential to create it. So trust in that, right? And trust in your own self to know what feels correct, what feels exciting, what feels right to do next and next and next and next to get to the abundance you desire. And as you do this, like I said, that momentum builds because you start to feel, almost with our Breath of Abundance card, a breath of relief. It's like a sigh of relief is what I keep being given for you by my guides. You're welcoming in this sigh of relief. It's it's going to feel so uncomfortable to trust at a deeper level than ever before in your own inner guidance when it comes to, especially if you're making moves in your business, moves in your career, applying for something that you think is out of your comfort zone, trying to, manifest more wealth than ever before, or some big life dream that you're trying to realize. Like when you take that trust deeper than you ever have before, it's scary at first. But once you acclimate to it, once you start surrendering to it, you're going to just feel like this relief. Like it's going to be like you kind of push through the fear of like not trusting yourself. And then in that relief, it's like you have all this spaciousness for inspiration, for new viewpoints, for perspective. You've kind of, again, reclaimed your power, stepped more into who you're really here to be. And that's where so much of this momentum comes from, right? Because when you're trusting, honestly, when you're trusting in yourself and also in the universe, right? And for things to always be working out for you, especially with your money, your career, your finances, your big life goals and dreams. When you believe it's all working out for you and you trust in yourself, you know you can't get it wrong. So you just keep moving forward without the fear, without the doubt, without the imposter syndrome, without playing small. It's like you actually start showing up because all the what if this doesn't work, all of those thoughts have gone away. And you can finally breathe. The real you can breathe and show up, and you create such momentum. And this is what's going to lead to that financial glow up. That's so exciting. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, we might come back to the trust piece. We'll see what the Way the Wealthy Woman book wants to tell us. But I want to get more cards on what your future financial glow up actually is going to look like. Okay. Whoa. Labradorite and blue lotus flowers. Psychic gifts. Wise sage awareness, call to action. Okay, in some ways, this goes back to our trust piece of like your intuition, right? Trust in your psychic gifts, trust in your inner nudges, trust in any intuitive gifts you have. But also I see that you're going to have an unfolding of your psychic gifts that's going to lead to more abundance. And now this could mean that if you're someone watching this, because this is a collective reading, so I'm seeing like a bunch of different ways and paths this will unfold for those of you who picked this pile 1. But those of you who have, if you are, wanting to make or already are making a living doing something with your psychic gifts, like directly monetizing them, like doing readings or energy healing or anything, anything in the psychic or spiritual realms, and you're actively you want to be monetizing it, or you're already actively doing it, like that's going to kick up a whole new notch or just become successful more so than ever before with all of this. Once you start digging deeper into the trust, deeper into the surrender to yourself, to your trust, to your conviction, to your dreams, right? Oh my gosh, and I just picked up my tarot deck and look what's on the bottom, the High Priestess, right? Which is all about that intuition and sacred knowledge and inner voice and higher power and spirituality, right? Like that's just some confirmation. Okay, so I'm getting so excited for you. So whether you're monetizing your psychic gifts, your spiritual gifts, and that's just going to take off and be better. For those of you, I see a good amount of you, you're like, I'm not a tarot reader. I'm not an energy worker. I'm not a Reiki practitioner, right? Like, I'm not any of these things. I don't work in that. I'm a computer programmer. I'm a lawyer, right? Like, that's fine. If that's you, you're still going to have psychic gifts that evolve, that help you support you in whatever you're doing, in whatever this thing is you have conviction around. Whether it's around how you make money or the way it comes to you, but you're going to be able to, maybe you'll divine lottery numbers. Maybe you will be, I'm getting like for a lot of you, you'll just like have the right idea at the right time to say to the right person at a networking event or at like some sort of like meeting at work or, in your online business, you'll just have this intuitive thing to just put out an offer. It's like, you'll just have this, I'm almost seeing for a lot of you, the development of like, of your clairs, especially like clairvoyance. You might have like an image in your mind of just like, you get this picture, this download of like, I'm going to go create this program or this product or this offer, or I'm going to say this thing with to my boss in this meeting. Like, you're just going to have this premonition of it and you're going to do it. And that's going to just launch everything into a new level. That'll be it for some of you. For some of you, it'll be other ways that this plays out, but all of you on deck 1, it's like your psychic gifts are opening on a newer level or allowing it, whatever level they're opening up more on, right? With this lotus flower that's just opening beautifully. It's going to support you in getting to this future financial glow up, to bringing in more money, to manifesting more wealth. really, really cool. I'm gonna pull a couple more cards here. We have our Five of Swords, right? So we have this kind of energy of conflict. Let's see what else is coming up. But then we have the Star. Okay, so I'm getting that it's such a shift for you, is what I'm saying. Your future financial glow up is, it's kind of like you've gotten the inner work of what you need to do here. And we've got some idea of like what this is actually going to look like, right? Like how it's going to come about. I'm getting that it's also on an energetic level, it's a big shift of this heavier, darker energy, this more like wounded masculine energy, if you will, right? With our Five of Swords here. And the way you were going about trying to live life, get to those desires for the money or the success or your career up levels, right? Like there was a lot of like fighting against the world, fighting against yourself, almost like this conflict, this disagreement, this hostility, right? Like this pushing, this stress, like all of that I'm seeing is where you've been and where you finally, like, I feel like it almost pushed you to this conviction point of being like, I am so done with my own BS. I'm so done with other people getting in my way. I'm done with trying to fit myself in a box that I don't fit in. Like you, oh my gosh, like deck one, I'm so excited because you're leaving that behind. You're shifting out of that by deepening into your trust, by finally surrendering to this conviction that you've already started on your path to. And it's going to allow you to just trust yourself more, to surrender to what you want and to yourself and to your soul and to your gifts and what you came here to do and share with the world. And all the things you desire to manifest, like you're surrendering to all of those best parts of you and the best parts of life and the best parts of being a creator in this reality. And your psychic gifts are going to awaken as a result of that, like, or deepen on another level, or just be able to be more profitable in some way for you. And it's leading you to this, like, this energy of the Star card, which is just miracles, like miracles and like refreshing miracles, like miracles that nourish you, right? And just so much radiant positivity. Like this financial glow up is not going to happen through stress and hard work and pushing and forcing it. It is going to happen through a much softer energy. Okay, it's going to happen through a much, much, much softer feminine energy. You're moving from this wounded masculine to more embodying this empowered feminine energy. And it's going to get to be so much more beautiful, so much more easy than ever before. So this is, wow, so cool. All right, we are going to wrap up this reading with, we're going to pull out The Way of the Wealthy Woman, which was my new project that's finally available for pre-order. So I am going to, it's technically a journal, right? I'm going to tell you that it's technically a journal, but it is so much more than a journal because it has affirmations, it has mantras, it has meditations and practices, it has mini chapters and card spreads and like it activating art from the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. Like it expands on those messages and it is a whole journey. It is the way of the Wealthy Woman. And so I've also designed this so that we can flip randomly to any page and get whatever guidance you most need to hear, okay? So that's what we're gonna do here. Here, let me adjust my camera. Okay, so I'm gonna close my eyes and I'm gonna flip to a random page to see what guidance deck one needs to hear, all right? Ooh, okay, we have some journal prompts for you. Oh my gosh, okay, I don't know if you can see these. I'm going to read these prompts to you. All right. So this is a series of questions, but the one that really stood out to me here was, where are all the times I can recall that I acted against my inner guidance around money matters in the past? Right. This prompt, if you want to do this after this reading wraps up, and you want to sit with this is a great way to start really further activating, to start further activating more of this trust within yourself and to really honestly disprove the ego's fears that it's not safe to trust your inner guidance, right? And to give you more of that courage and to deepen that trust, because I'll read it again. What are all the times I can recall that I acted against my inner guidance around money matters in the past? Okay, so this question is meant for you to look at, like, what were all the times I had a gut feeling, I had an idea, of what I wanted to do, especially in my career or in my job or with investments. And I overrode that. I didn't listen to it. I ignored it. And I did a different thing because it didn't seem logical or responsible or rational, or it was scary. It was uncomfortable. It was out of my comfort zone. Like, what are the times you can remember not listening to your inner guidance, Ramanine? How did that go for you? How did that go for you? Where has it led you to? Did it ever actually work out for you? Did it work out, but it was at a high cost? Right? Like, this is how you can start to disprove some of those fears, right? So, yeah, wow, I'm so glad we flipped to that page. That's just amazing. So yeah, as you can see, I love, God, what a perfect flip for you guys. Okay, so that is The Way of the Wealthy Woman Journal. If you haven't pre-ordered your copy yet, definitely go do so, because this is just a whole experience. It is amazing, as you can see, and can be used in so many different ways. And oh, when you pre-order, I am giving you free access to a bonus live event with me on Zoom. So that is there for you. But this is what your future financial globe is going to look like for you all. In terms of the timing, deck 1, it can look so many different ways. And this is a general reading. So I'm getting that the timing is really, when this will happen is when you decide to start trusting and surrendering to yourself, to your inner guidance, to your trust. When you start to do that and choose that day after day after day, the momentum builds, and this happens very, very quickly. Your psychic gifts awaken, go to a new level, become more profitable. Like, all of that happens. This big shift happens into that empowered, feminine, effortless flow and receiving of wealth and abundance. So, my goodness, I am so incredibly excited for you. All right, deck 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I loved it. This was such a fun reading. This was so powerful. If you did enjoy this reading, please be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it. Let me know how it resonated with you. I always really appreciate getting to see your comments and hearing how these readings connect with you. It means the world to me. Now, you are, of course, if you're not already, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance. I will put the link to pre-order The Way of the Wealthy Woman Journal below for you if you want to reserve your own copy. And if you do so, be sure to then follow the other link below to claim your spot in the upcoming live Sacred Wealth activation with me that I'm giving access to for free to anyone who pre-orders the journal when you send proof of purchase to my team. So the link to do that and claim your spot for free is below. The live workshop, the Sacred Wealth activation, is going to be held on the upcoming autumn equinox. And the whole point of it is to expand your ability to easily create, receive, and hold more wealth than ever before in your life. We're going to be activating and amplifying the code for money is power within you with a live interactive collective reading with me, followed by guided journaling and Q&A and possibly personalized card pulls as time allows from me. So definitely pre-order your copy of the journal. 1, because it's amazing and it will change your financial reality. And 2, because this live event is going to be mind-blowing and you can get it for free. It normally costs $55, but you get it for free for just the price of the journal, which is like half that price. So yeah, the link to order all of that is below. The link to order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, which is obviously an amazing companion to the journal, is below as well. If you want more ongoing support and access to all the resources you need to more quickly manifest this financial glow up that is in store for you, definitely come join me and over 200 other people inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. That is my low-cost monthly membership that I run. It is the only way to get exclusive daily mini money readings from me. It's the only way you can purchase private readings from me. It's also where you can join our book club and our monthly money manifesting challenges and connect with our amazing like-minded high vibe community there. That link is below as well for the Wealth Vibe, and I would love to see you there. So with all of that being said, deck 1, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 2. We are going to dive into your reading to see what your future financial glow up is going to look like and to get any guidance we can for you around it. So let's move your crystal out of the way and let's shuffle your pile here. I want to just get a couple indicator cards. We have Transcendence. Ooh, Curiosity, okay. And consciousness, wow, okay. So, here's what I'm getting for you today. My deck twos. So right here with our transcendence with Moonstone, I'm getting that where you are right now is you've been overcoming a lot. This could be a lot of strife recently, right? Especially where it comes to your finances, to your career, anything related to money. You've been overcoming quite a bit. You've been transcending quite a lot. But I get more so than just challenges. I'm actually getting, you've been overcoming a lot of your own inner demons. I don't know that that's quite the right word for it, but you've been overcoming your own shadows. You've been transcending them. You've been upgrading. This could be you've been doing a lot of inner work. Those of you, I know a lot of you who are in the wealth vibe watch these readings. And since there are a few hundred of you in there, if this is you and you did our August challenge last month where you were healing our biggest money blocks, could be a result of that, which is great news. If that's not you, that's okay. If you've been doing the inner work, inner healing, or if you've just been moving through life and you've been finding that life has been giving you situations that are really causing a lot of rapid inner transformation, then that's what this transcendence is speaking to. But regardless of whether it's been you overcoming external obstacles or inner obstacles or shadows, that's where you've been a lot recently. And my guides are telling me to even ask you to just take a moment here. I'm going to do something I rarely ever do. I just saw 111 on my phone. Some nice confirmation of what we're about to do here. I want you to just take a moment. I'm going to be totally quiet here for like 30 to 60 seconds. And I want you to take a moment here and take a deep breath. And then just think about how much you've overcome. I'm getting in the last like 3 to 4 months, maybe even up to the last year. How much have you overcome within yourself or external to yourself or both? Just take a moment to reflect on that, and then we're going to dive in, but really do this. All right, take a moment. All right, so what came up for you, right? You can share in the comments if you like. I was reflecting on, even for me, what I've overcome externally and internally over the last 3 to 4 months, especially over the last year, and it's, wow, it's been a journey. And there's so much, and I think often we don't stop and recognize that, right? We don't stop and recognize how far we've come, especially, I'm getting, you might be someone who's very high achieving or has big ambitions, and you may have already achieved like a lot of success in your life, or you just have the ambitions for it and you know you're capable of it, and you're working toward it. But I see you as a go-getter, and you, like, for those of us who are overachievers, go-getters, highly motivated, highly successful individuals, I speak from personal experience, it is very hard sometimes to stop for a moment and just look at how far you've come and how far you've evolved, the things you've overcome, the things you've transcended. And this is so key for you to do more and more regularly, is to get curious about your own evolution, your own transcendence, how much you're evolving, to get curious about who you even need to become in order to have this financial glow up that you're desiring, this next level of abundance you're seeking, this big upgrade or quantum leap into more abundance. Like, who do you need to become? And who are you becoming, and who from right now, from all you've become, who do you need to continue to become or start to become in order to have that financial glow up you desire? And as you start to do that more and more and more, you're going to be so much more empowered, because you're going to see how capable you are of fast change, fast growth, fast, results even. And it's going to bring a whole new awareness of your own abilities and your power to create more wealth in your life. And that's where this future financial globe is going to come from. We're going to get more cards a little later on here with what this globe is actually going to look like externally a little bit more. But internally, this is the key. Like, this is such a key sequence here for you. So you've already been doing this first part of overcoming, of transcending, growing, even if it's felt messy, especially if it's felt messy in the last few months. But you've been doing so much of this, and it's important for you to get curious about that, and also just to get curious about like who you've been becoming and empower yourself with that. And wow, look at how much I've grown in just the last few months, just the last year, let alone my whole life. And then get curious about who you want to become, who you need to become in order to have the wealth or success or that huge up level or glow up that you desire. And as you do that, you're gonna start to see how close you are to it. You're gonna feel a lot closer to it than you are now, than you feel now. I'm getting you're a lot closer to this financial glow up than you think you are. Whatever that big goal is you have, that big money manifestation, that huge thing you want to manifest in your career or business, you're so much closer to it than you're giving yourself credit for. Like, sources, like, they are so close. Deck 2 is so freaking close. And it's by looking at how far you've come and at where you want to, then comparing that to where you want to go and realizing how close you actually are to it, that you're going to start to realize how in your power you've been becoming. And then that awareness puts you even deeper into your power. And when you're in your power, you create wealth, because, as I've been saying a lot lately on this channel, money is power, but it's not that money grants you power. It's that when you can deepen into your own power, you get on the frequency of more and more abundance, of wealth, of money, right? Money, the frequency of power is represented by the physical manifestation of money. It's one of the physical representations of it. So this is how the inner transformation is going to go for you, right? And so this is the key. It's like, get curious about your own transformations, your own growth, and who you need to still become and who you want to become, right? So really, really exciting. This is very cool. Very excited. I feel like you're in for a big glow up. Like, yeah, okay. So here's the thing. This is very interesting because we have, especially with consciousness, like our third eye chakra, a lot of this cerebral inner reflection that's going on here, right? Like, and a lot of you kind of transcending into the conscious creator of your reality on a whole new level with way more power than you have ever held before, Deck 2, which is so exciting. It's going to be important for you to stay rooted in gratitude, right? I get that if you're like me, right? Which I'm getting that if you're on this pile, you are quite like me in this way, that it's very easy when you're when you're someone who dreams big, you're a big dreamer. It's very easy to dream of something, go after it, get it, and then immediately start dreaming of something more. And while that is so great to do, to be able to look at how far you've come and look at where you want to go, it's also important to do that with part of yourself, but then the other part of yourself, you stay rooted in the present moment in gratitude for what you have, right? And like, this is where it's so important to be able to hold the duality of looking at the past and the future. So being, in your mind, in your consciousness, in your power of creating what you desire and taking what you want and shaping it from the past into your future and projecting it outward. There's part of you that needs to be able to do that, but you also need to stay rooted in gratitude in the present moment and know that all your power is here in the present moment, in this moment at all times. And you have to be able to hold both ends of that. And this is a much deeper reading than I thought I was going to be giving. Normally, these kinds of readings normally come out for like my high level private mentorship clients. So, yeah, this is, maybe some of you are meant to be private mentorship clients with me. If so, I'll leave that link below for you if that calls to you. It's clearly not for everyone. But this is so deep. This is for you though, Deck 2, is that we don't talk about this a lot, but this is something I've found with each new level of success I've reached, when it was like going from 2K months to 20K months in my business, to 35K months, to 50K sales months, to like self-publishing an Oracle deck and just doing it all myself. And then all of a sudden having it picked up. Basically, I manifested a whole publishing house into existence. I have an email sequence that shares that, which I will leave below as well. But I manifested a whole publishing house into existence to pick up my Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. That's the deck this card is from. And get that picked up for global distribution in Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Walmart, like all the major Booktopia, Books A Million, all the places, right? Like at every new level I've reached, in every different area of my wealth and success, what I found is I've had to find this ability on deeper and deeper levels to hold the more cerebral, like past and future versions of myself and be so intentional with how I'm shaping who I'm becoming, but also have to be so okay with who I am and where I am right now and let that be enough as well. And this is how we create intention and detachment when it comes to manifesting wild success, wild abundance, wild wealth, wild financial glow-ups. Okay? I feel like I'm like, this is stuff I swear I do not, typically don't go this deep on these readings. And it's not because I'm withholding it, it's because you have to be so ready to hear this. But my guides are saying you're ready to hear this deck too. You are ready to hear this, that your glow up is going to happen the moment you hit this balance of being able to hold who you've been and who you want to become and all the potential you possess and exactly who you are right now and being okay with that and being so good with that and letting that be enough and not needing to become this that you want to become, but knowing that you get to, but even right now you're here. You have this amount of wealth. You have this kind of abundance. You are who you are. And that's beautiful and perfect too. And when you can get there, oh my gosh, like the world opens up to you and things happen so fast. And then you have these quantum leaps, these huge up levels overnight into abundance. But that's the formula that you're being asked to tune into right now. All right. My goodness. We also had the leader card, which just, I'm not surprised that's coming up, but that's just is this continuation of like, that's how you become the leader of your life. That's it. That's how you become the leader of your life. Wow. Yeah, okay. I was going to wait till the end of your reading to do this, but we're gonna, this message is so powerful, and there's stuff that it's touched on here in The Way of the Wealthy Woman, which is my new, technically it's a journal, but it's a companion to The Way of the Wealthy Woman deck, and it's now available for pre-order from all the major retailers, and I am so excited to get to share this with you. But I designed it. It's much more than a journal. It has affirmations. It has activating art. It has many chapters, reading, like reading spreads, like so many things. So meditations, right? Like affirmations. So I have designed it also where we can flip to a random page and get guidance for you. So I am going to do that because I feel like now is the right time for you to help you really lock in this ability to hold this duality. So let's see what comes up for you. All right, so I'm going to close my eyes and I'm just going to flip to whichever page I feel called to stop on for you. That'll be what you need to hear. Whoo, okay. We have a prayer for worthiness. All right, I'm going to read this to you guys. Yeah, the more wealth we have, the more, this isn't the prayer, this is a little kind of forward to the prayer, all right? The more wealth we have, the more good we can do in the world. Yet we often forget how money can be a force for love and positive change. And instead, we slip into feeling selfish, greedy, or wholly unworthy of the abundance we desire or even have. Remembering that our ability to help others only increases as our prosperity increases allows us to stay connected to our innate worthiness and receive and use money more easily. Use the prayer below whenever you want to reconnect with your innate worthiness and capacity for good regarding wealth. So the prayer is, and you can take a deep breath and just let this sink in. I am opening my heart and soul up to receive. I anchor into my worthiness and the value I carry. I hold my gifts in the highest esteem and deepest gratitude. I open myself to an effortless flow of abundance beyond my wildest dreams. Please, universe, help me to remember my sacred worth. Help me to know how to best use the wealth I currently possess and all the wealth that flows to me for the highest good, for I wish to help myself to thrive. And I wish to help others to live in abundance as well. I now allow my abundance to grow with ease so that I may be a light for all. Oh my goodness. you have this ability to overflow wealth from you right now into others, into your life, into others. It comes from within. It comes from a knowing of your worth, of, like I said, of knowing that you're just completely worthy, right? We even have the goddess popping up here. Just knowing that you are completely worthy, and that where you are right now is enough. Where you are right now is enough, but you also get to know that you're not going to stay exactly where you are right now. Even though it's okay if you did, even if you stayed at this exact level of wealth or this exact level of being you, if you can make your peace with that and be grateful exactly for where you are and all the abundance in all forms you have right now, even if you just stayed there the rest of your life, if you can get okay with that, that unlocks so much. But also, because you know how much you've overcome just in the last few months alone, that you're not going to stay this version of you forever. You're going to continue to evolve. You're going to continue to change and call in new levels of wealth in new ways. You know that, deck 2. So own it. Okay? Own it and be grateful for this moment and know that, tap into the worth you carry right now. Your worth is not associated with the number of followers you have, the amount of success you've achieved, your title, the money you have or don't have in your bank account. None of that is what makes you worthy. What makes you worthy is when you decide to remember your power and to remember that I am worthy because I am, period. And when you can fall in love with that, with who you are and where you are right now, but also with the fact that you are a master of change and evolution and personal growth, when you can own that, like, it all becomes just an experience and it becomes play, and you remember your worth. And you remember you were born with your worth. There's never anything you had to earn. As soon as that clicks on a deeper level for you, like the financial glow up, it's like it's inevitable. It just comes. So we've gone very deep. I want to get some actual cards on what this financial glow up will actually look like, more in observable terms, right? Crystal grid, focus, create with intent. Okay, so I see that your financial glow up, right? This is the inner key. This is the inner stuff that's going to create it. But outwardly, what it's going to look like is it's like you're going to get real laser focused here. Okay, like as you start to do all this, I see this inner work that we've talked about at large, just ad infinitum here. As you focus on this, you are going to, on this stuff, you're going to start to get more and more clarity outside of yourself of what you need to focus on action-wise, right? What you need to focus on in order to level up in your career, in your finances, toward that dream home you desire, or that dream car, or it's like maybe in your manifestation techniques, but you're going to get so freaking focused and people are going to look at you and be like, who are you? In the best way. They're going to be like, whoa, you are so focused. You are so laser focused on this thing. For a lot of you, I see it being like very career related. Not all of you, but most of you. It's very career related. You're going to get really, really focused on something. And it's like almost going to be like one track mind, but in a really empowered, exciting, healthy way, right? And you're just going to like, you're basically going to start having this energy of I am worthy. I'm going to do whatever it takes. I am going to become the person I need to become to have the wealth, this glow up I desire. And I'm going to just throw myself into it. And I am not going to take no for an answer. And like, you are going to get so incredibly focused and so dedicated to whatever you're doing that it's like your success, your glow up becomes inevitable. Hermit. You might even go a little bit into hermit mode. Again, this is a card about introspection, right? About like your own soul journey. You're going to go through a lot of that. That's what this whole first part of this reading was all about, was your own kind of like your own inner reflection, right? We even started this call off with some hermit energy of just quiet introspecting, right? But I also get that you might kind of like your financial glow up, it might come when you kind of stop getting distracted by other people, what other people are doing, especially other competition, other people around you in your field, in your job, in your industry, other people who have achieved what you want or manifested it, and you stop looking at how they did it and instead just start getting focused on who you're becoming and being so good with where you are now and so excited for where you're going to be at the same time. Like, you just kind of cut the noise out, right? And focus on what you actually want and the way you want to do it. And that is going to, oh my gosh, and then you have the moon reversed. Oh my goodness, 2 major arcana cards here for you. This is huge for you. This is like a major life shift for you. Deck 2, this isn't just like some like, oh, I got a pay increase at work glow up. This is a life-changing glow up and shift, because this glow up is going to look like, it's like you go inward, you do all this introspection, you stop looking at other people, you start really focusing on what you want and moving toward it and cutting out the distractions and the excuses and any doubt that you can have it or that you can create it, and you just freaking run to it. And like you get there, and it's like you are going to end up dropping so much fear. You're going to take such big moves. Some of it might feel like risks, but you're going to know which ones are right for you. You're going to have such clarity. Again, it's just like this one track mind, this focus, and you are going to just like freaking just like go for this thing with such precision. And you're going to come out the other side of it like with this, just this completely different business, career. You're gonna do it in a way that people are gonna be like, how did you do that? You became a machine. You became nonstop, and you became so focused, and you did this thing that we thought was impossible. Or like for a lot of you, it'll be career where you will have taken some really bold steps, maybe in your business, made big investments. Again, if it's private mentorship for you and you feel called to, I think I have a spot opening next month for it. Can look at that link below. But for some of you, it might be investing in mentorship. It might be investing in programs and certifications. It might be changing careers. It might be investments into something, into a rental property. It might be, selling something when the market says not to sell, but then it turns out it was the perfect time to sell and no one else saw it and you made this fortune. Like, you are going to be so focused and be so clear on it and be so certain of yourself that you will take such big risks or big leaps, and they're going to pay off, and you won't even feel the fear around it, because you've just been like, you're like, I've got this. I've gotten all these things in the past. I've handled it. I can handle whoever else I need to become and everything that comes along with it. And oh my goodness, like, you're just this force to be reckoned with. Deck 2, I'm like, dang, I want to hang out with you. You're my kind of people. This is how I live my life. So this is really, really exciting. I'm very excited for you. This is incredibly promising. And that's what it's going to look like. It's going to be like a big transformation. And at the end of the day, when you get to this financial glow up, like this big payoff to this, and I saw it's right now, it's 444 on my phone. Some nice confirmation for you right there. When you get there, it's going to be this whole level of like I see your career looking totally different. I see so this could be, again, a career shift, a huge up level in it. I see if it's around your career, if it's around, like your lifestyle, like you're just living in a completely different home, a completely different, tax bracket, a completely different, like this is a major shift that changes your life. This is a huge financial glow up. Right? It's not just like I got a promotion and now I make 10% more. It's like an insane glow up that changes your whole life along with it. And it's because you're changing so radically from the inside out. You're learning this, one of the key codes to manifestation that we went into here. So dang. All right. Deck 2, that's amazing. I'm so excited. I want to know, if you remember, come back to this video and let me know what this all is as this unfolds, because I am so curious. This is going to be such a fun, just exciting, empowering journey for you. So, all right, Deck 2, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it. Let me know how it resonated. I always really appreciate getting to see your comments and hearing how these readings connect with you. It means the world to me, truly, when you comment. You are, of course, if you're not already, you're welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance. I will put the link to pre-order The Way of the Wealthy Woman journal below for you if you want to reserve your own copy. And if you do reserve your own copy, which I highly recommend, be sure to then follow the other link below to claim your spot in the upcoming live Sacred Wealth activation with me that I'm giving access to for free to anyone who pre-orders the journal when you send proof of purchase to my team. So the link to send the proof of purchase in after you order yours is available below as well. The live workshop is going to be held on the upcoming autumn equinox to expand your ability to easily create, receive, and hold more wealth than ever before in your life. We'll be activating and amplifying the code for Money is Power within you with a live interactive collective reading with me, followed by guided journaling and Q&A and personalized card pulls from me as time permits. So definitely pre-order your copy of the journal. One, because it's amazing and will completely transform your financial reality. And two, because this live event is going to be mind-blowing, and you get it for free. It's normally $55 for admission to these, but you're gonna get it for free with proof of purchase from your pre-order of the journal, which is like half the price of admission. So it is a great deal. Now the link to order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, if you don't have one already, which is obviously an amazing companion to the Way of the Wealthy Woman journal, that link is below as well. And if you want more ongoing support and access to all the resources you need to more quickly manifest this whole amazing, empowering, wildly deep financial glow up that is in store for you, Deck 2, definitely come join me and over 200 other people inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. Being in the Wealth Vibe membership, which is my low-cost monthly membership, is the only way to get daily exclusive mini money readings from me, have the opportunity to purchase private readings from me. It's the only place you can join our book club and monthly money manifesting challenges and connect with our high vibe, amazing like-minded community there. It is my favorite place to be online. So that link is below as well, and I would love to see you there. I'll also, for you, Deck 2, like I said, leave the link for mentorship with me below as well for the few of you that that's meant for. So with all that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, Deck number 3. We are going to dive into your reading to see what your future financial glow up is going to look like, and to get any guidance we can for you around it. So let's move your crystal out of the way and start shuffling. How these have normally been going so far is that we kind of look at what's going on inwardly that's creating this, this glow up, what you can do inwardly to create this future financial glow up for you. And then we get into like, what does it look like outwardly, right? So let's get into all of it for you. Deep knowing, perspective, introspection. Okay, very interesting. All right, Deck 3, excuse me. Here's what I'm seeing for you, for your future financial glow up. So where you are right now, you've been, I see you being on a quest recently. Maybe it's one you chose. I see for a lot of you, it's one that kind of was thrust upon you, but regardless, you've been on a kind of journey of deep knowing, maybe knowing yourself better, maybe knowing what you want more in life, maybe getting clarity of what you're really here to do, what your soul's purpose is in this lifetime, especially as it relates to the work you do, especially what you do in the world, the gifts you share. But you've been kind of on this quest for deep inner knowing, maybe even a deep knowing of your power, or a deep knowing of like, what do I actually want for myself in terms of money, success, career, wealth, right? But you've been on this quest of deep inner knowing, and the universe is saying right now that this is a quest you're meant to be on, is what I'm getting you. Because again, remember I said like some of you might not have chose this, it might have been thrust upon you. It might be that like something happened, right? I'm getting for a lot of you, something happened recently. That was like a major life event for you or for someone around you, and it really kind of started to shift your perspective a little bit, right? And see, you've been going really deep with your own kind of like mulling over of things in your mind, with getting clear. I see there might have been like a wake-up call for you, basically, is what I'm getting. You had some sort of wake-up call recently, right? Last few months, last year or so. You've been in this period of like deep knowing, like finding some deep knowing, some quest for it, but also like finally really admitting to yourself that's like, I know what I want. I know what I actually want. I know what I desire. I know what I want to be doing in my career, in my business. I know what I want to be doing to make money. I know the kind of money I want to have. Maybe I know more than ever what really matters to me in this life, and what kind of money or resources I want to fuel that, or to be able to live that. And it's a different perspective than the one that I see that you were raised with, is what I'm getting, or that the people around you had when you were growing up, maybe your friends, the people in your community. But you are kind of finally shedding, I'm getting, the last little bits of all the conditioning that maybe your parents, had for what they projected and wanted onto you, for you. What society has told you should or should not be in terms of a career, or the kind of money you should want or not want, right? Or avoid or try to run after. You've started to release the last little bits of that, right? And as you finally release all those last bits of it, and you're really owning your new perspective, which is not a new perspective, by the way, in terms of like what really matters to you in life, what you want, and what kind of resources or money you want to be able to fund that or to make that happen. It's like, it's not really new. It's just, this is maybe a newer acceptance of it than you've ever really had, right? Within yourself. But you really know on a soul level, and you're becoming very conscious of what you know and what you've always known you really want. And you're starting to form new perspective around it, new perspective around, maybe this isn't a pipe dream. Maybe this isn't something I should just settle around. Maybe I should go after this thing. Maybe I am capable of it. It's like you're starting to dream bigger, is what I'm getting. And the result of you dreaming bigger and giving yourself permission to dream bigger than ever before is what's going to lead you to your future financial glow up. Your future financial glow up is on the other side of you just giving yourself permission to dream bigger, and then you introspecting on that big dream and saying, okay, how am I going to get there? Let's create a plan, right? And then once you start to actually look inward and start to take little baby steps, I see the universe coming in and just swooping in and just carrying you and putting things on your path and just lining things up for you. It's like, this is so beautiful, deck 3. My guides, my Arrow Collective, are coming forward and they're saying, like, the universe, we've been waiting for you, deck 3, to just let yourself really want what you want, and want it on a deeper level, a truer level than you ever have before. To really let yourself want what you actually know is meant for you in this lifetime, and to claim it, and to have the perspective of like, this, what if this is possible for me? And I think this is possible for me. And I'm getting, again, from my collective, like, we've been waiting for you to just let yourself dream big, without guilt, without shame, without doubt, without fear. And when you finally can start to do that and hold those bigger dreams for just a little while, then we can come in, because you're enough of a clear channel, you're enough of an energetic match for us to come in and line everything up for you and make it easier than you think it's going to be to get there. Okay? I'm like almost moved to tears, which hasn't happened in one of these readings for a while for me. Like, I am almost moved to tears by how much love and compassion there is for you from the universe, from spirit, from non-physical, like your guides, my guides, like my collective. It's like, I just feel so much love for you, and it's so much patience and so much compassion and so much support from the universe for you, that's just waiting for you to become a match for it, to let it in. So that's the first part of this. That's the key, is in order to line up with this financial glow up, right? Again, whether it's a new level of income, a new level of success in your business, a new level or in your career, a new lifestyle, a new home, a new whatever, anything related to resources, money, success, that financial glow up, it's going to come through so easily once you just let yourself actually dream of it and own it, and own that this is what you want, and that you maybe get to have it in this lifetime, right? Of course, this is my Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's perfectly aligns with what we were just talking about. This is my deck that I authored, the Wealthy Woman Oracle. With the storyteller and receiving mode coming up, right? It's like, what I'm getting is, this is actually a little bit of practical, like, exercise for you to do. Deck 3. Is start either scripting or visualizing or affirming regularly, but like even just daydreaming and then telling the story of the daydream in the form of like affirmations or a visualization or scripting. But like, start telling the story to yourself regularly of what you actually want, of what your big dreams are, and tell it to yourself like you already have it. Do it in the affirmative, in the present tense, right? So for example, if you want to you know, maybe it's having a large amount of money. Maybe it's just having, always having more than enough money. Maybe it's having that beautiful car you've always dreamed of, but you know, you're like, I'll probably never have it and that's okay. You know, like, and just settling. It's like, whatever it is, it's like, get clear on what that is. Let yourself actually dream big. And then tell the story of it. Say, I have this car. Affirm it to yourself all the time. Or I have that dream home. I live in my own dream home now. Or script it out. Or do a little visual scene that you replay over and over. Do some sats with it. Like, go and repeatedly tell yourself throughout the day, every day, as much as you can, the story of what you want to become true in your life. Instead of the story of what you think you have to settle for. I feel like that was important for you to hear. I feel like all this is important, but that especially. Tell the story of what you actually want, of your big dreams, instead of what you think you have to settle for. That means also when you're talking to coworkers, to friends, to family, stop saying like things like, oh, yeah, that'd be nice, but you know, I can't have that, or wouldn't that be nice? Or, you know, it's like, stop making comments like that. Start watching what you're saying. Your words carry a weight, carry a power. Start paying attention to that and start telling the story of what you want to be true. You're so powerful when you do that. Again, it's like you start to believe it more and more that this actually could be my story, that maybe this is becoming my story. This is my story. And I'm telling it before I live it. That's how you, again, we have a receiving mode. Like, everything's going to be lined up. It's going to come to you. Things will line up for you. You don't need to know how. You just have to take this first step of letting yourself dream, actually wanting what you want and admitting to yourself you want it and being okay with wanting it and healing any of the shame or guilt or fear around wanting it. And again, if you've already been like, I've been telling myself what I want, I know what I want. Can you own it? Can you clear it up energetically? Can you want it on a deeper level? Can you understand why you want it on a deeper level, on a soul level? Go deeper with it. That's how this glow up is gonna, it's like that's it. I'm gonna like do that. That's like 80-90% of what you need to do for this financial glow up. Yes, you'll have to still take some aligned actions here and there. We always do, right? We're co-creators, but the universe is you're so supported. You're gonna be so supported in this. All right. All right. In a moment, I'm gonna pull a card here to tell you what this is going to look like a little bit more externally for you in terms of the glow up, how it'll actually appear and look in physical form for you. But I am feeling called right now. I was going to do this at the end, but we're going to do it here right now. In the reading is I'm going to grab The Way of the Wealthy Woman, which is my new project I've been working on, which is finally available for pre-order at major retailers. So go grab your copy if you haven't yet. Go pre-order it. I have a really cool bonus I'll tell you at the very end for those of you who pre-order. But this is technically a journal, but it is much, 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 much more than a journal. It has affirmations, prayers, meditations, just so many amazing things. Journal prompts, obviously, card spreads, like so many things. This is a whole journey that it takes you on to help you manifest wealth with more ease than ever before. So I've also designed it where you can just flip to whichever page you need to and get whatever guidance you need to hear for the day to help call in more wealth, to help you align with, in this case, this big financial glow up that you're headed toward. So, so that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to close my eyes and flip to whichever page you need to receive guidance from. All right, what does deck 3 need here? Cultivate your inner garden of wealth by reveling in your soul's gifts. Cultivate your inner garden of wealth by reveling in your soul's gifts. So I'm getting that you are uniquely equipped to actually, I mean, this makes sense. I'll elaborate in a moment, but you are uniquely equipped to have the things you truly desire to achieve those big dreams in your life. Like the universe is saying, it's like these big dreams, you were born with them. Your soul was born with them. And you were not born with them as a cruel joke where you wouldn't be able to manifest them. Like, of course, if you were born with them, you have the gifts, you have the goods to back it up. You have the ability to create it. And of course, like, we're going to come in and support you, says the universe, says non-physical, but like, you can do this. Don't let yourself not dream big and go after the abundance, the success, the impact, the legacy that you want to have. Don't let yourself play small. Don't let yourself settle for less than what you want because you think you can't get there, because you can't make it happen. Yes, you absolutely can. Yes, you can. You were born with everything you need. You have it within you, is what the universe is saying. I promise. That's what the universe is saying. I promise you have it within you. So, wow, that's your guidance there. All right, let's see. Deck 3. What is this going to look like for you? Fuchsia and feldspar, inner child, innocence, self-awareness. I see you living out on an external level, right? This is like the key, the internal key to unlock the energetic side, the energy side, the manifestation, law of attraction side of this financial glow up. Externally, what this is going to look like is I see you, you're like living out your inner child's dream through this financial glow up. Like on the other side of financial glow up is like, I see you doing, it's like either you're going to get paid for what you wanted to do as a child or some form of it or something related to it in some way. You're either going to be kind of, you know, getting paid to do what you dreamed of. Like you're like, I wanted to be a firefighter, and then you become a firefighter and maybe it actually pays better than you thought, or you're doing it in a way that is more lucrative, or actually you're just letting yourself do it and maybe it doesn't make as much as you thought, but you live a richer life because you're actually loving what you're doing, right? Maybe you were told that wasn't good enough to do, and then maybe you do that, and because you're doing that, someone else in your life is so proud of you or so inspired by you that they gift you money, or, you know, it's like you don't know, but it's like you got to follow what feels right to you, right? What's the big dream? Just an example. I'm not saying you all need to go become firefighters, right? Let's be clear. But with your inner child, it's like this is like you could be getting paid. This financial glow could come and you could be getting paid for what you wanted to do as a child, or it could just be that what you start doing or the way you start making money or the way that this financial globe looks like is like play to you. Like this is not, your financial globe is not going to be some hard work, hustle, burnout sort of situation. That's what I'm getting. It's not going to be this thing that it's like you have to struggle and hustle and burn out and do things that don't feel good to you. It's like, it's going to feel like play. It's going to feel so joyful. Again, a lot of you I see are going to actually start getting paid because you're going to be like, you know what, actually, what if I do go after that thing I always wanted to do as a child and I've always wanted to do, but I've always said that's not a real career, or that you can't make money doing that, or I don't know if I'm capable of that, or I don't know if I have it in me to do that thing and get that certification. It's like your financial glow up is on the other side of you actually going after what you enjoy, or doing something, even if it wasn't what you want to do as a child, doing something to you that feels like play. Like maybe this is investing in things, in different properties, because that feels like playfulness to you. It feels like you're playing Monopoly. I don't know. Or maybe it's that you just love what you like. You start writing something, you end up writing a bestseller, and you become this world famous author, and you know, it's just like, it should feel like play. That's how you know you're on the right track. Oh yeah, of course we have the Hanged Man. This is such a letting go. It's such a surrender, and this is all about new perspectives as well, right? But this is such a letting go of what everyone else has said you should do, or what you thought you should do your whole life, especially around money, whether it's how you spend it, how you save it, what you invest in, what you don't invest in, what you do for work, any of those areas. You are letting go of all that. And once you finally let go of all that, of course, we have our magician. It's like everything you want comes pouring in. Everything you want, you receive it. The universe lines it up for you. You just, God, I don't know that in recent readings, I don't know that I've had a pile or reading deck 3 that has, first of all, brought me to tears like it did with you earlier. In a while. It's been a little while. I also don't know that I've really seen such support. Like, we're always all supported by the universe, but it's like where you are right now and who you are right now and how just pure your soul is. Like, you are so deserving and so supported and so loved by the universe. You are so highly favored and blessed by the universe, and all you have to do is decide, is just say, yeah, you know what, maybe I am, and what if I just dream big? What if I just dreamt big and just see what happens? Magic is going to happen. Like when you let go of the things that are keeping you from dreaming big and letting your inner child run wild, you become your most magical self. You become the magician. Everything lines up for you. You turn all of your visions into reality. You speak what you want into this world. You manifest with ease. Everything gets lined up for you. Like this is Amazing, 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 amazing. Deck 3, my goodness. Wow, okay, yeah. This is huge. Again, 2 major arcana cards here, you guys. Like, this is another one of, this was what I said to deck 3, that was or deck 2, it was a very different reading. But they also had 2 major arcana cards come up here. And it's just like this glow up that you're looking at, and I'll tell you what I told them, is it's like, this is not some little, like, you get a little promotion or a little 10% increase in your income. It's like your whole world is going to shift with this financial glow up. This isn't just like, oh, now we have more money and we can, you know, have a slightly nicer car to drive. It's like that's not what this is. This is a complete 180. This is a major up level and glow up in your life. Okay? This is huge. And the key is dreaming big, letting yourself dream big, letting the universe support you in it. I'm beyond excited for you. My goodness. All right, deck 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it. Let me know how it resonated. I always really appreciate your comments. They really mean the world to me, and hearing how these readings connect with you is such a treat for me. So thank you for commenting if you're someone who comments on these videos. Now, you are, of course, if you're not already, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings, for abundance, and other types of videos that I have coming soon for you. I will put the link to pre-order the Way of the Wealthy Woman journal below for you if you want to reserve your own copy. And if you do reserve your own copy, then be sure to follow the other link that I'm going to put below in the description and pinned comment to claim your spot in the upcoming live Sacred Wealth activation with me that I'm giving access to for free to anyone who pre-orders the journal when you send proof of purchase to my team. So the link to do that, to send the proof of purchase, is below. The live workshop we're going to do, as the bonus here, is going to be held on the upcoming autumn equinox. It's going to expand your ability to easily create, receive, and hold. Like, creation and receiving is so much of what you're doing here. Create, receive, and hold more wealth than ever before in your life. We're going to be activating and amplifying the code for money is power within you with a live interactive collective reading with me, followed by guided journaling and Q&A and personalized card pulls from me. So definitely pre-order your copy of the journal. 1, because it is amazing and will transform your financial reality. And 2, because this live event is going to be mind-blowing and you get it for free. Normally it is $55 for these live events, but you can purchase the deck for like half the price and get this for free. So it is a no-brainer if you ask me. Now, the link to order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, if you don't have a copy already, is below as well. This is obviously an amazing companion to the Way of the Wealthy Woman journal. It's also just great for channeling divine guidance around abundance anytime you want. And if you want more ongoing support and access to all the resources you need to more quickly manifest this financial glow up, to really let yourself dream big and then create those dreams, bring them into reality, then definitely come join me and over 200 other people inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. This is my low-cost monthly membership where I've made it your one-stop shop for manifesting wealth ongoingly. So being in the Wealth Vibe membership is really, it's the only way to get daily exclusive mini money readings from me. It's the only place you can purchase private readings from me. It's the only way you can join our book club, our monthly money manifesting challenges with new modalities. It's also just the only way to access our amazing like-minded high vibe community there. So the link for the Wealth Vibe is below, and I would absolutely love to get to see you there. So with all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance, deck 3, and play. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 4. We are going to dive right into your reading to see what your future financial glow up is going to look like and to get any guidance we can for you around it. So we'll move your crystal out of the way. How these have been going thus far has been, we get some guidance on like the inner key to unlock all of this, this huge financial glow up that's in store for you. And then we, cognizance, and then we kind of go deeper with what it's going to look like on in the 3D world, all that good stuff. Very cool cards. Okay, so we have cognizance, culmination, expression for you here. So right now, what I'm seeing for you, deck 4, is that you've been bringing a lot of cognizance into your life. And when I say cognizance, right, like the thing that's coming up for me is like this, I see you being a lot more aware of kind of where you are right now, kind of your own, I keep getting like your place in the world. You're becoming a lot more aware of your place in the world. And when I say place in the world, I'm actually getting that you're, in some ways, you might be feeling a little bit smaller than you maybe once thought in the world, but you're also feeling a little bit bigger in the world. And when I say that, it's like you're realizing how, this is so interesting, we're getting very existential very quickly here. The guidance that's coming through is like you're getting so aware of, you know, and it could be because of world events, it could be because of political events, it could be because of, you know, just bigger events going on in your life, but there's something that's been giving you this kind of forced perspective of realizing how, in the grand scheme of things, you're like just this tiny little thing, right? But you're also realizing how big your power and your energy is, for how, you know, how much of a passing existence you have in this massive, endless universe, right? So even if you maybe haven't been thinking of it in such existential or nebulous esoteric terms, I'm getting that you've been having a little bit more of, I don't even want to say an existential crisis, but you've been having a lot of kind of these thoughts of like, what is the meaning of life? What's the meaning of my life? What am I capable of? What am I not? Wow, I thought I had more reach than that, or I didn't realize I have this much impact, right? It's like you're holding a lot of duality. You're holding a lot of deep thoughts or deep, maybe even rude awakenings around your kind of place in the world, your place in the universe. Some good, some that don't feel quite as good, but all of it is kind of culminating, right? To kind of get you to a point, I'm getting, where you don't really give a crap. Like, that's what I'm getting. And it's not that you just become just, the word existential keeps coming, but there's just this existentialist that is just like, I don't care about anything, life has no meaning. It's quite the opposite. It's actually that this kind of perspective you're getting, this different worldview you're getting, this different view of yourself in the world that you've been adopting one way or the other is it's starting to really kind of make you drop your fears, drop your limitations, drop the things you've used as excuses to keep yourself small in this lifetime. Like, it's culminating at this inflection point where you're actually going to start really being the leader of your own life quite a bit more, is what I'm getting. And that's what unlocks this huge financial glow up, is almost this like inner turmoil or inner kind of like reconfiguring that you're having about like your conscious, your human mind is trying to like reconcile your place in this world. And as I keep saying this, I'm like, man, I cannot tell you enough. Deck 4, like this reading and what I'm saying here is just not at all what I thought was going to come out of my mouth and what was going to come through, what I was going to channel for you. It's been that case with most of these readings. I'm like, God, we're going so much deeper than I thought, but it's good. I guess you guys are ready for it, and I'm here to bring it. I think this is even reflecting back for me, because I often don't go as deep as I could on these readings because you have to be ready to go deep. But I'm getting from my guides that it's like you guys are ready. If you clicked on this reading, if this reading found you, especially if you landed on this pile, you're ready for this. So it's like you've just been having this kind of inner turmoil, this inner shift. And I just saw 444 for you on my phone. So some nice confirmation. Wow. Okay. You've been having this shift. And it's almost like I'm getting this internal tower moment, right? When we talk about tarot, this internal tower moment of like your worldview, the way you thought you saw things before, the way you thought you knew your place in the world or your community or your family or your friend group or the world at large, the history of humanity, the universe. It's like where you thought you were, it's like all of that has shifted. You might have had a spiritual awakening. You might be about to have one. You might just have had some things happen in your life or world events happen that you're like, wow, that really shifts my perspective quite a bit. On a very personal way, good and bad, or like empowering and also kind of frightening. But you've been going through that, right? Or you're about to. I think most of you've been going through it in some way, and maybe you haven't put those exact words to it, but like just take a moment and think about like where have I been with negotiating with myself, like how I see myself in the context of the world and the world around me. And I know this is a money reading, and don't worry, we're gonna get there. But because you've been doing this big, kind of big shift, maybe it's your midlife crisis, maybe it's your quarter life crisis, I don't know. Like this is a general reading, so it could be so many things, but there are, just a massive shift. And this is culminating for you in no longer playing small, no longer watering yourself down, no longer telling yourself stories that make you believe you're not capable of creating or having or being or doing whatever it is you want to create or have or be or do in this lifetime. Like you're starting to realize that all of it matters and none of it matters, that you matter and you don't matter. And man, these readings most of them, I think 3 out of these 4 readings have really held the themes of duality quite a bit. And that is something that is coming up here, is it's like you're able to hold a lot more duality now. And the fact that you're kind of evolving in this way, you're expanding in this way to be able to hold the light and the shadow more within you is what is going to create your future financial glow up. And I can already tell you, usually with all the readings so far, we've had to wait for later cards to see like, what is this going to look like? What is your financial glow up going to look like externally? I'm already getting that it's going to be something where you're expressing yourself more. Like you're going to be maybe saying more of what you want to say at your job. And because of that, you thought it would get you fired, but it actually gets you promoted. Or maybe you say what you want to say and it lands you that interview where you say what you actually want to say in your content and your business, and it just blows up and goes viral and your business just takes off overnight, or gets to that next level overnight. Maybe it's that you are more just doing something where you're expressing yourself more creatively or just expressing your soul and you actually start to monetize that. Or you're getting paid, you actually go after a job where you feel like you can express yourself truly, whether it's to your employees or to your employers, your coworkers, or or in the work that you're doing as a vehicle for self-expression. But it's like you're just, because you don't care anymore about all the silly rules and, illusions of society that you've been playing by for so long, and that's all starting to fall away and the illusion's cracking. You're like, well, I'm just going to be and do and say whatever I want to be and do and say. And then it's like I get the sense that you thought for so long that saying what you wanted to say and expressing who you truly are and doing what you truly wanted to do in this lifetime would leave you being ostracized or fired or not getting what you want or not being able to make a living. But the truth is that's your greatest gift, and that the more that you start to express yourself, like the more money is going to come in, the more abundance is going to come to you. It could even be if you're not working, but you start expressing yourself more to your partner if they're the breadwinner in the family, or to you just start expressing yourself about what you want, just being more of you, and then all of a sudden it's like someone is like, hey, do you want this really cool opportunity to do this thing? Because I love like your perspective and who you are, and it's just like, or like you're gifted something. Like there's just this, like I'm seeing for you, your superpower, the thing that's going to unlock really this financial glow up for you is the shedding of all the rules that you've had and all the beliefs and excuses that said, if I'm all of me, people aren't going to like it. The world's not going to like it. I'm going to suffer. I'm going to struggle. And just the not caring about any of that more and just being who you came here to be. That's actually going to be the thing that makes you the most money in this lifetime. Yeah, the artisan. Yeah, of course we do. And the conduit, yes. You are going to become such a conduit for money, my loves, my deck fours. You're going to become such a conduit for abundance. You're going to become a conduit of abundance through your art. And when I say your art, again, you might not be an artist. You quite literally could be an artist. But you're just going to become a conduit for money through becoming the master of your craft, becoming the master at whatever gives you the greatest form of authentic expression for yourself and your soul. Whether this is in work, in business, in whatever you're compensated for, or just, it's like you make the investments in the things that you believe in, the movements you believe in, you make the donations to the organizations you believe in, and you don't care what anyone thinks or anyone's going to say, and it's like you just go for it. It's just not giving a flying F, right? Like that's the energy that as soon as you really step into that through this deep cognizance, this deep awareness of your actual place in the universe and how it's everything and nothing at the same time, like you just become such a clear channel for money to flow to and through in greater and greater quantities, in and out in greater and greater and greater quantities, and overflowing and supporting you in greater ways in your life. So that's incredibly exciting. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna pull some more cards for you in a bit. We'll get a little bit more clarity on what this will all look like externally. But for now, we're going to channel some guidance from the Way of the Wealthy Woman. This is my new project that I've been working on for the last several months here, and it's finally available for pre-order at major retailers officially. It's also shipping directly from my publisher if you want one of the few advanced copies they have. So, like immediately, and you don't want to wait for pre-order to be fulfilled. So I'll leave the link below for this to pre-order if you like. There's also a really fun bonus I'll talk about at the end of the reading if you pre-order this, which is an amazing steal. But we're going to channel this because this is technically a journal, but it is much, much, much more than a journal. It has affirmations, prayers, activations, mantras. It has card spreads for readings. It has pictures, messages from the deck. So from the Wealthy Woman deck, it expands on it. So it's a whole thing. I've designed it to be a great manifestation tool for money, but it is also just perfect for flipping to whichever page you need to channel the guidance that you're meant to hear right now on your path to wealth. So that's how we're going to use it today. So I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to flip to whichever page you most need to receive guidance from right now. And we'll add that into the reading for you. So. Oh my goodness. There is nothing you need to do or become in order to be worthy of your desires. You are already deserving. All that is requested is that you acknowledge this innate value and worthiness that you already possess. And then we even have some journal prompts from you. I feel most like myself when, I am most inspired when, I am most confident when, and I am at my best when. These are some prompts you could journal on after this reading is done. If you want to write them down, I'll repeat them again in just a moment. But these are some prompts that you could just free write on and see what comes up. And those are probably some of the things that are going to allow you to express yourself more if you start to pursue them or incorporate them in some way, directly or indirectly, into your work, into your career, into your business, into your job, into even just like the way you go about your day and what you prioritize in your day, right? And doing those things is going to allow you to express yourself more fully from a place of complete detachment of what other people think and what your old preconceived notions of what you thought you should do to make money, and the money's going to flow. You're going to be such a pure channel for it. So those prompts are, if you want to write them down. I feel most like myself when. I am most inspired when. I am most confident when. I am at my best when. Right? So, but this message too, I want to say, is from the Monarch card inside of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. And this message is so true because it's like, yeah, even if your perspective is shifting right now and you're like, I don't know my place in the universe. I matter and I don't. I'm everything and I'm nothing. Remember that at the end of the day, you are part of the whole, right? You are part of this universe. You're a part of it, not apart from it. And that means that no matter what you do, you are inherently worthy of what you desire. And you are perfect and enough just as you are. And what you want to say and what you want to do and the way you want to express yourself is who you came here to be. It is more than perfect. It is divine. Wow. Beautiful guidance for you. All right, deck 4. Let's get some more cards. Let's see. I want more on what this is all actually going to look like for you. All right. Golden Libyan Tektite Expansion, Galactivations, Initiation, Ancient Egypt. Very interesting. So you are expanding your ability to express yourself in a way that's more authentic to you. I do see that, first of all, you might have had past lives. You might, or personal ties or something to ancient Egypt. Just something that is a sign for some of you, not all of you. But you are... I get that with your expressions. Wow, okay. With the more that you expand into expressing yourself, deck 4, expressing yourself truly to yourself, like true to you, right? So again, whether this is expressing yourself through your work, through art, through what you do, doing things your own way, innovating things, right? Or just saying what you want to say and doing what you want to do. And of course, not being a jerk, but just being you without trying to be who you think you need to be to make money or succeed, and instead just be you and let that be enough. Then it's like the money comes, but also you're going to activate other people, and that's where the money is going to come from. It's like you expressing yourself, being, doing, saying what you want to be and do and say without reservation. without self-doubt, without self-editing. It's like that is not only going to activate more wealth in your life, it's going to activate it because it activates others. You were an activator. You were someone like me. My words activate things in people. That's all these readings are. They're transmissions, they're channeled guidance, they're intuitive guidance. But the reason what I do, ooh, and this is very interesting that this is coming through. The reason what I do is so powerful is because I've realized I am a wealth activator. Whatever I do, I can speak to things you need to hear in a way, with an energy, with the right languaging, right? That activates something in you. Sometimes it's a subtle activation. Sometimes it's a one that you don't even realize at first. Sometimes it is an activation that is like a lightning bolt moment, right? But what I say activates people. Now, the interesting is why I get paid for this, right? Why I get paid for this is because when I activate people, they go on and do other amazing things in this world, right? But I realize whenever I sit on here, if I do a reading where I'm editing what I'm saying and I'm like, oh, that's going to sound dumb or people aren't going to resonate with that, those videos tank because I'm trying to produce how people see me. And that takes myself out of my power and out of my full expression of myself. And therefore my gifts are no longer active and I'm not activating as much within you as I could be. And so me just channeling purely what's coming through me and not editing it, not doubting it, is something I continue to get better at. And therefore my readings continue to get more powerful. And therefore my clients and all the people who watch me and my audience get more results and more transformation and more activation. And when they do that, they want to pay me more for more activations. And they also go on to create greater change in the world. And the universe loves me, someone like me activating people to go do their best work and live out their soul's gifts in the world. So of course other things come in, like getting picked up for global distribution and publishing, and like other things come in to support my journey outside of individual buyers, right? It's just like when I fully express myself through my decks, through my channeled readings, through my mentoring with my high-level clients, like it activates something in other people. And that's the same for you. You have some sort of gift. It could be doing something very similar to what I do. It also could be doing something totally different with the way you code computer programs, the programs you want to create or apps you want to create, the way you work with energy, the way that you, form your own modality for energy working, the way that you approach traditional medicine or law. It's like you have your own gifts within those things that when you just allow them through, right? Like you activate something in people. That is so powerful, and they will gladly compensate you for it, and the universe will compensate you for it. Also, the universe is telling me to share with you, this is also how you eliminate all competition, which is so valuable to understand. This is something I had to realize that, again, like my business didn't really start to take off until I realized that no one else could do what I do. Because I was always like, why would people hire me? Because if I'm doing, it's just like, I'm just trying to do this thing and there's a million other people who could do it. But it's like when I started expressing myself authentically and using my activating gifts and abilities and letting just my words have power and activate people, and I started doing what I do, it's like no one can replicate it. Someone else can say these exact same words. Someone else can give a reading on this topic. No one is going to be able to do it like I do. No, other people might be a better match for other people, but no one has my exact wisdom. No one has my exact energy. No one has my frequency. No one else can express themselves the way I express myself with the same level of truth to it, the same level of authentic expression, the same level of power. And so when I realized that, I was like, there is no competition. I started actually creating more friendships with people in my industry. That has helped me as well. I have completely eliminated any doubt that people are ever going to buy from me. I'm like, why wouldn't they? Of course they will, because there's no one else like me out there. It's like everything gets solved. Not everything, most things get solved when you stop caring about all the rules, the projections, and you instead start just caring about expressing yourself. And I just see that you have a gift for that. Deck 4, you have a gift for expanding and activating other people. You really do. Yeah, Ace of Swords, right? We have, wow. Just like, Like you're having this breakthrough right now. You're going through a breakthrough. You're, again, getting so much mental clarity on, again, your place in the universe, but also like what you need to do to become successful in this lifetime. All right. And it's leading this awesome, like 10 of Wands reversed, right? Like it's leading to you, like you're taking, you're like releasing the things you're carrying that aren't serving you, right? Like that's what this financial glow up is. It's a result of, and also an opportunity for you to take this new mental clarity you have of like this new perspective of your place in the universe and your power in this life, and all the ways you've allowed yourself to be held back by others' projections or limitations or your own fears or doubts, and you are dropping them and you're finally releasing them. And in doing that, it's like you are giving yourself such freedom to express yourself and to activate in others what needs to be activated for you to be compensated and for them to live their own best lives. And you're going to feel so much freer. You are going to feel relief. This is how, like at this next level, this big upgrade, this big quantum leap, this shift into more thoroughly and authentically expressing yourself and just being more true to you and everything you do and owning that. You not only clear a channel for money to come through, you are an activator. And when you allow yourself to be an activator, you will feel freer, and you'll be freer financially than ever before, but you'll also just be freer internally. And that's priceless. So, wow, my goodness, deck 4, whoa. Every reading, I was like, we can't get any deeper, and then we go deeper, and we can't get any deeper, and then we go deeper. It's like all these readings. Wow, this was one of my favorite, I think, videos of all time so far. So this is so cool. All right, deck 4. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it. Let me know how it resonated. I always really, really appreciate getting to see your comments and hearing how these readings connect with you. It is such a treat for me to get to read your comments, so it means the world to me when you comment. Thank you. Thank you, thank you to those of you who do so. Now you are, of course, if you're not already, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings and other videos I have coming for you very soon here to help you call more abundance into your life. I will put the link to pre-order the Way of the Wealthy Woman journal below for you if you want to reserve your own copy. And if you do reserve your own copy, if you pre-order, be sure to then follow the other link that I'll leave below for you to claim your spot in the upcoming live Sacred Wealth activation with me that I'm giving access to for free to anyone who pre-orders the journal when you send proof of purchase to my team. So instructions, like the link to do that and follow the instructions, it's super simple. It's all below. The live workshop that we're doing, the Sacred Wealth activation that you get for free with proof of purchase of the journal, is going to be held on the upcoming autumn equinox. And I've designed it to expand your ability to easily create, receive, and hold more wealth than ever before in your life. We will be activating and amplifying the code for money is power within you, which I think you'd very much enjoy. It's not like the power that money grants, it's the frequency of power within yourself that creates money in your life, right? So we're going to be activating that code within you and amplifying it with a live interactive collective reading with me, followed by guided journaling and Q&A and personalized card pulls from me. So definitely pre-order your copy of the journal. 1, because it's amazing, it'll change your financial reality, and 2, because this live event is going to be mind-blowing and you get it for free. Typically, these Sacred Wealth activations are $55, but you get it for free when you purchase the journal, which is like half the price. So it's a no-brainer, if you ask me. The link to also order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, which is obviously an amazing companion to the Way of the Wealthy Woman journal, and also just fantastic for channeling guidance around abundance whenever you need it. That link is below as well. If you want more ongoing support and access to all the resources you need to more quickly manifest this financial glow up that is in store for you, definitely come join me and over 200 other people inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. This is my low-cost monthly membership that I've designed to be your one-stop shop for money manifestation and everything you need for ongoing support with it. So being in the Wealth Vibe membership is the only way to get exclusive daily mini money readings from me, purchase private readings from me. It's the only way you can join our amazing book club, our monthly money manifesting challenges. It's where you get to connect with our beautiful, like-minded, high vibe community there. It is my favorite place to be on the internet. I would love to see you there. That link is below as well. So with all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance, deck 4, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye.